It's Latto and Big Energy on Made in Kent Radio with me, Sophie. And I've got some really, really special guests with me right now. So I've got Angela from Angela's Swim School, of course, who spoke about her load. She runs this incredible swimming school, which helps children, well, all over really, learn to swim and the safety of swimming. But Angela, tell us who you've got sat next to you.
So today, Sophie, I've brought somebody incredibly special, not just to me, but also to the swim school as well. I've brought my mum with me, and she's come all the way over from Dallas, Texas, just to join us today on the radio.
Amazing. Made in Kent Radio. I've brought you from Texas. Hello, Jean. Welcome to Made in Kent Radio. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Sophie. Thank you.
Good, good. So tell us all about you.
Well, I started swimming when I was 7 years of age, and then I went on to swim internationally from the age of 12. I swam in the Commonwealth Games in 1970, captained the Scottish team. I won every major event. I was Swim Star of the Year in 1966 in Scotland. And I retired at 19 and got married at 20.
Retired at 19. That sounds like the dream. Oh my gosh. So swimming has always been such a huge part of your life, hasn't it?
It was my whole life because I was totally committed to it.
What was it like swimming for Scotland? That must have been the most incredible thing.
It was wonderful. It was a wonderful life, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, amazing. And you've supported Angela, I imagine, in her swimming journey.
I have indeed. In fact, I actually went back to swimming when Angela was training as well, and I swam in the first World Games, Masters Games in Toronto in 1985 and got 2 silver medals and a bronze. So it was fantastic training in the morning with my daughter because at that point she also was an international swimmer.
Wow, congratulations to you. And we were saying before, weren't we, kind of off the radio, we were saying strong women bring up strong women. And I can see that in front of me. I know Angela very well. She comes in a lot for interviews, get on with her so well. But also such a strong woman running this business. And meeting you now, Jean, I can just see it in both of you. It's almost like you're so similar.
Thank you.
It's so lovely. Angela, what's it like having Jean for a mum?
My mum has been the most important part of my life as a supporter and raising me and helping me to just know exactly what to do and being there for me as well through everything. Mum and I swam together, but we also talked together as well. So we started the swim school over 30 years ago, just the two of us, just teaching people to swim. And then we had so many people get excited about how well their children were doing that they started bringing their children to us, and we grew quite a following with just the two of us. So now 30 years on, we're now teaching their grandchildren to swim and their children, their grandchildren. So it's just so exciting to be involved in this and have my mum here with me today as well.
I mean, what better people to teach you to swim than people that have swum for, the nation? It's just incredible. So, Jean, tell us a little bit more about you. So you said to me when you came in, I said, where are you from? Because I heard your Scottish accent. And you said, oh, Texas. And I was like, oh, okay then. What brought you to Texas?
Well, I have 3 married children who live out in Dallas and 6 grandchildren. So although I've had many awards in swimming, my best achievement are my 4 children and my 7 grandchildren, because obviously Angela lives here and our granddaughter Katie lives here too. So that's my greatest achievement, and I just want to be with our children all the time.
That is wonderful, and I bet it's so lovely, isn't it, having your mum to just come from Texas, yeah, but to look after your kids and really understand what it's like to be a mum and to give you that inspiration of, you can do it, because it's not always easy bringing up children, is it? But like you say, it's always the best thing that anybody can ever do.
Absolutely. It's been a joy and a privilege, and it's just been wonderful to watch Angela grow in her business and achieve what she's achieved, and helping so many people, not just children but adults, to achieve their goal, because swimming is vital to keep you healthy. It's not just a sport. It actually helps you physically, it helps you mentally, it helps you overcome so many difficulties in your life. So swimming is a lifetime skill. It's not something that you just do for a short time. And I think that's the important thing that parents need to realise, that if their children learn to swim and they reach a standard, that's not enough. They need to keep going, because that's the one sport that they can do right up into their 80s, even their 90s. So it is an amazing sport, and the health benefits are incredible.
They are, and you can speak firsthand from that, can't you, Jean? Do you want
Absolutely.
to tell us why?
Well, in 2015, I was diagnosed with an incurable cancer. I had a tumour on my skull, my spine, and my hip. The one in my hip broke my femur completely off. It was larger than a softball. And 70% of my bones have lesions. So they were unable to fix my hip. However, I was in a wheelchair for 3 months, and Angela obviously flew to be by my bedside because it happened obviously in America. And she said, "Mum, get your competitive head on. You can fight this. You can battle through." And that's exactly what I did. So they used to push me in the wheelchair into the water with the broken hip, and I would swim a mile and swim every day. Then one day I got up and said, "I'm leaving this walk." I got a walker and I used the walker, and then I started walking. The doctors do not know how I'm walking. I always just say it's but God, because I trust in him and he's been my guide. And so it's been an amazing journey. I went through a bone marrow transplant in the 20th of May 2016. And after I went through that, I said, I'm having no more treatment, no chemo. And the doctors told me that I would only have a maximum of 36 months to live. In 2019, I had a mass down my back, which I had to have emergency surgery to remove. After that, I still said, no chemo. I'm going to keep swimming. And so I swim a mile 3 times a week and just keep going. Last year, I had a tumour between my vertebrae and my spine going to paralyse me from the neck down. And I still said, no chemo. I'm going to fight this with exercise and faith and my swimming. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
That is just incredible. And it shows you the power of something that doing something you love, doing something that keeps you positive, but also the fact it's so good for you to be swimming, and it clearly shows. I mean, I'm slightly like, wow, dumbfounded by that. It's just incredible. And I think such a superwoman, and congratulations to you. And Angela, how lucky are you to have Jean as your mom? I mean,
I know.
It's just incredible.
She's just such an inspiration
in
so many ways.
I feel inspired.
Yeah.
I feel a bit, It's just wonderful. And I think the fact that you said to her, get your competitive head on, it's just, your mindset is so important, isn't it? And that's, I think, something that people don't always understand, at how powerful your mind is. Would you agree with that, Jean?
Absolutely. And that's why I said swimming is vital. When I would get into that pool, I was unaware that I had a broken hip. I could swim, the cancer disappeared, I could get in my happy place.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Swimming to me is my happy place. It brings me comfort, it gives me strength, but there is a clause, only if you can do it correctly.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to be talking about that in a minute, because we're going to go to a song, and then we're going to have a little chat about Angela Swim School and how you can get involved and everything that's going on this summer. And you too can fall in love with swimming, and safely, and also do it to the best of your ability, because it's all about swimming strong, swimming safe, and swimming smart. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.